Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. Does this look familiar? So this was try number 4 when I was trying to do that tray bloom, and this one was done with the regular epoxy and a heat gun, and it didn't work. I could tell from the back side, I don't know if you could see on here, it's all blobby on the bottom, so I just left it in the tray because I'm not going to waste it, but I've just been looking at it for the last week or two. If you didn't see all those videos, I did like 3 or 4 videos trying to get this tray to work, and it did not. So I had to save it every time. This was my 4th try, and then I gave up because it's like 15 to 20 ounces of resin every time I try it. I mean, it tried to bloom. It's just not working something this big for some reason. It used to work. It's not working now. I can't figure it out. Anyway, I want to do something with this resin. I came up with an idea, and I figured I'd do it with you just to show you how I save pieces, even though I set it away for a couple of weeks just thinking about it. You don't have to save it like immediately. Just put it away, think about it, you'll get an idea eventually. I'm going to do a geode pour with multiple mediums. I'm going to do it in pearl. I have a pearl paste, and then I have a pink paste that I'm gonna mix with some mother of pearl mica powder, and I'm just gonna kind of randomly put the colors, and then I'm gonna add in all kinds of things. My silver bells, which is a flake. This is my gold rush glitter. If you guys haven't seen all my glitters, I have like 75 or 80 of them on my eBay store. So these are 2 of them. So I'm going to put these in. So it's going to be a silver, gold, pink, and white piece. Whether it becomes a tray at the end, I don't know. Maybe a clock. I'm going to see how 3D I get it. I'm also going to add in some broken mirror pieces. And then I have this gold rock pieces. I'm not really sure what this is made of. I bought this at Michael's a couple years ago. I have these clear little fake ice cube type things just to give it a little texture in some areas. So I'm gonna mix up like 20 ounces because I wanna fill most of it. I think there's already 15 in here, I'm not sure. I'm gonna do like 20 ounces. This thing holds like 35 or 45 ounces. I can't remember what it is. So let me get that started. I hope it works out. Pray for me. Okay, be right back. I've got my 20 ounces mixed up. A lot of people ask why I use my mixer as opposed to the hand mixer, why I make my decisions on which one I'm using. So I do 8 ounces or less with my hand mixer and 8 ounces and more with the large mixer, because this one doesn't do, it creates too many bubbles if you're doing small amounts. So I only do this with big amounts. So that's why you see me changing my mixers all the time. So I'm just going to split my resin up so it's not sitting in this container. I use the fast cure because it is the thickest and I don't want it moving together very much. I'll probably save some clear because I'm not sure if I want a clear portion or not. So these 2 are for the glitter, those 2 are for the coloring, and I'm just gonna set this clear aside and see if I need it. Okay, for the coloring, this is pearl pigment paste that I rarely use because I always forget that I have it, but I do like it, and I thought this was the perfect opportunity. This one's really thick, so I just want to mix it up before I use it. I'm gonna get a nice amount on there so it's nice and pearly. Come on, cut. There we go. Let's see how it looks. I don't know. I hope this is a good save. In my head, it's a good save. Whether it works as a tray, that I don't know. Wow, it's so thick it's not coming off my stick. But if not a tray, I think it would make a really pretty clock. hoping to keep these colors as soft as I can because I know I'm using so many different things. Here it goes. And as far as covering the bloom on the back, I will probably just spray paint it and seal it. That looks really nice. But I do need it opaque because I'm trying to cover. Let me do a little bit more. I'm trying to cover the bloom. That's the whole point. Let's see. Did it come off my stick? That's the question. Yes. I don't do a lot in pinks and pearls because blue is my favorite color, so I figured all you people who like pink, it's your turn to get a project. All right. That looks good. Now for the pink. I did pull out my lightest pink mica powder as well. I'm just going to do a little bit and a little bit of my mother of pearl, and then I will probably put a little bit of that pink pigment in. Let's just do it. A little drip. I don't want a lot. I just want a slight hint of pale pink. Let's see what we get. Yeah, that looks really nice. Look at that. That'll look so pretty and soft. As far as design, I have no clue what I'm gonna do. I don't do these very often. I think I did one on a cutting board once. And if I did, it was way, way, way back in the channel. Let's get this cleaned off. It's getting really slippery. Now I'm just gonna mix up some gold. I probably didn't need that much. I'm gonna pour some of this out. I just want these like lines of gold and silver. So I do want it thick with glitter. Yep, that looks good. Nice and thick with glitter. I probably don't need that much silver. So let me pour some of that back out. This stuff is super duper light. Really, really flaky. But it works nicer than the silver flake in resin. I don't love silver flake because you have to break it apart, and this is already done for you. Okay. Now let's start pouring because I have a bunch of clear over here that I'll probably have to remix into my white and my pink. A little nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Actually, I'm going to pour some clear in my corners. Where there's no bloom. And I'll probably put some of my crushed mirror, things like that in there. All right. So what do you think? Too much? I wanted it textured, so I keep dumping in the glass and the stone because I want it to be like a 3D look. So hopefully resin touches all of it. If not, well, I'll probably go over it anyway and just do a little top coat. I'm not sure. I got to think about this. But that's about what I like. If I got stones and stuff where I don't want them, I'm just sticking them down into the resin so I don't mess up the coloring. I did lose a lot of my glitter, which I'm not happy about. So I may go over it with UV resin and glitter and then top coat it. I don't know. I have a few hours to think about it. So I will see you then. I was scraping out my clear and I actually had enough to do just a little bit more of each of my glitters. So this tray is holding the whole 20 ounces. So I'm just going to go over my lines of glitter. I don't know if it's going to sink. I guess we'll find out later. But I would like to see it just for that extra bit of sparkle and contrast in texture. So hopefully it won't completely sink. And my resin is getting really thick because I've taken so long to do this, which is what I wanted. Sometimes I want the best of both worlds. Let's see, where else was it? Over here. And again, I can add more in a top coat and just do my highlights. But I'm not sure until it dries and see exactly what happens to everything. Just scrape this out. It's cured, you guys. What do you think? I think it looks pretty. I'm happy the way that the glitter kind of moved because it softened up the lines that I put in. So I'm thinking I'm gonna glitter it up a little bit more. I mixed up 6 ounces of my fast cure And I'm going to add my crushed crystal. I've been going back and forth from the crushed crystal to the rainbow shimmer, and I can't decide which one I want because I don't want to overdo it with the crushed crystal, and I won't overdo it with the shimmer. So, I'm gonna go with the crushed crystal. I'm just gonna do the smallest little bit in 6 ounces, and I'm gonna spread it on top, and hopefully not only will it gloss it up a little bit, it'll give it that little tiny bit of sparkle that I'm looking for. I'm gonna run this, well, I don't know that I need to run it through the vacuum chamber. It's gonna be kind of shallow. I need a little bit more. And you guys knew I'm not gonna get away. Although I did put glitter in there, it will fit just, I mean, you can, it looks like it's completely full. It almost is completely full, but I can get some more in. I think that's plenty there. And I think I'm gonna make this into a clock, a non-number clock. I'm not gonna put numbers on it or anything because that won't work. And everybody knows where the numbers go, so it's not like it has to have numbers. So I'm gonna try to stay outside because the 3D effect, I'm not gonna try to go on unless I have some extra, and then I might rub it on top of it just to shimmer it up a little bit. So I'm just gonna kind of go in and out of the whole rock portion. Just enough to cover, but I don't want to overflow. So I'm not going to just go dumping it on. I took it out of the mold because I needed to catch Don before I don't see him the rest of the day. So he drilled the hole for me in the center. So I am going to, well, what do you think about it? First of all, I know you can't pretty much see, well, can you see the shimmer now? The shimmer really made it pop. It's really gorgeous. I just love it. I don't know if you guys think it's too busy or what, but I am in love. It's actually going to go this way. So this will be the 12, 3, 6, and 9. I'm not going to put the numbers on, obviously. Do you want to see the back? I know I forgot to show you the back last time, but the back of the last one on her tray, it looked exactly the same as the front because nothing moved. This one moved, it just blobbed. So this is the back. See how horrible and blobby, and it looks like kind of like intestines in there. So that's why I never back coated this one, just to know, because I could tell, I could see through the mold. So I am going to spray paint this. I don't know what color. And then I'm going to seal it. And I also found these, which I used on the last clock. And this coincides with the broken mirror that I put on already. But I'm short. I need to go get a couple more from Hobby Lobby. So these are going to go on the edge. And they are going to look perfect. Perfect with this broken mirror. Look at that. So once I have the back painted, dried, and these on, then I will install the clock. And these are the hands that I'll be using. Because I wanted bigger hands, but the bigger hands were a different brand name than the motor. And this motor I needed because it's got the longest shaft. So I have to use these. And it does have a second hand as well. So I think it should be good. I mean, yeah, it should be fine. All right, well, I will see you tomorrow after I get everything dried. It is done. Everything is finished. The back's painted, but look at the extra. I put a whole bunch of super sparkle in the ounce and a half I had left, and I blinged the little bear out. So I got the hands on. Of course, it's at 9 o'clock, the most important time, 9 p.m. when the Glitz and Glitter comes on. And this is the beautiful sides that match the front. And then the back has been painted and sealed with clear spray. So no more bloom on this baby. But I hope you can see. I will try to get some close-up video for the sparkle in it because it does sparkle really pretty in person. But that's it. Let me know what you think about the save on this tray. I think it's gorgeous. I wish my house was pink, but it's not. So somebody out there can have this. Look on eBay. It is linked in the description box if it is still available. And that's it for today, you guys. Let me know what you think, and I will see you guys all tomorrow. Have a blessed day, everyone. Bye.